Hi folks, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about cybersecurity, something that Red Maple Technologies, the business that I founded with my colleagues, does on a day-to-day basis. And specifically we're going to talk about the different ways that we go about evaluating and assessing organizations for their own cybersecurity, and then maybe give a little bit of advice on how to be a little bit better, a little bit stronger in some of those areas. Now, a lot of people think that cybersecurity is a techie issue. It's a geek issue, right? Like, technology solves this problem, therefore let the technologists kind of address it. In our experience, organizations that take that kind of approach, they have an all right kind of approach to cybersecurity, but it's not holistic. And in our experience, it's only through looking at a lot of different disciplines and evaluating cybersecurity through those disciplines that an organization really gets to grips with their own risk when it comes to cybersecurity. Now, in Red Maple, we use 5 key disciplines when we're looking at, when we're evaluating cybersecurity, and then we use those 5 key disciplines again when it comes to how we help an organization kind of build some artifacts to get to a little bit more secure state. And those 5 key disciplines for us are people and culture. Now, notice we start with people and culture. This is a people game. It's all well and good having fantastic technology and great policies and procedures, but if the people in the organization are apathetic or just try and find ways around it, or furthermore, if you have policies whereby rather than kind of applauding employees coming forward with information about potential breaches, etc., you punish them, then there's no point in having the policies and the technologies in the first place, because the people are just going to circumvent them. People and culture is critically important. Second, leadership and governance. A lot of boards and kind of senior stakeholders in organizations, a lot of them think that this is a technology problem. You know, hey, this is a geek issue. The IT team's going to take care of this. The first thing I'd say is you don't want an IT team. IT teams are great at building fantastic IT infrastructures, at least I hope they were. What they're not necessarily going to be doing is making sure that the infrastructure that they build is secure. What you want is an outside view on what they've built. And furthermore, in my experience, boards or organizations at senior levels that aren't considering cybersecurity and specifically the risks associated with cybersecurity at a top level never really get properly secure. You have to be talking about cybersecurity at that kind of around that board table. Third, and yes, it is a bit of a geek issue, technology. The best systems out there, the best kind of technology systems out there will contribute very significantly to making sure that an organization is safe. The magic is in making sure that you're getting the right systems and you're implementing and configuring them properly. Fourthly, data and information management. A lot of organizations these days, information is your intellectual property. It's the thing that's kind of most critical to you. And in our experience, organizations have to implement good policies about making sure that only the right people have access to data, and that data is secured both when it's at rest and in motion. And finally, it has to be here, policies and procedures. Look, divorce yourself from the fact that you're saying policies and procedures and people get switched off. You have to communicate effectively with any of the stakeholders, especially the employees in the organization, about how you want to implement security in the organization. Don't get me wrong, if you come in and slap policies and procedures in front of people's face and say, sign this, they're probably going to be switched off to it. But if you communicate effectively with the workforce about why cybersecurity is important, and critically what they can do on a day in, day out basis to secure the organization, maturity comes from that. In our experience, it's only through looking at cybersecurity through these 5 lenses can an organization be truly secure. That's it for today's video, folks. As always, stay happy, be nice to each other, and we'll see you next time.